Please introduce yourself, state your name and DOC number for the record.
Gregory Mackens, 433-102.
All right, Mr. Mackens, you heard the introductions. We'll have a parole interview, ask you some questions. You can respond at the end. You can make a statement. We'll take a vote. Do you understand the process?
Yes, sir.
Gregory Mackens DOC number 433102, your first class offender. Parole eligibility date 5/17/2023, good time 10/20/2082, full term 8/26/2097. You have 99-year sentence. You had a commutation signed by Governor Edwards on 3/17/2023. Does that sound correct? And this is for
Yes, sir.
second-degree murder. Does that sound correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Would you please answer Mr. Marabell's questions?
Good morning, Mr. Mackens. How are you? My name is Tony Marabella. I'll start our interview process. How old are you, Mr. Mackens?
69
How long have you been in prison on these charges?
since 1998, 25 years.
Tell me a little bit about your educational background. How far did you go in school?
Got a high school education, and when I was at Angola for 12 years, I graduated from the Bible College, NOBTS. In my senior year, I founded Grace Baptist Church, pastored that church until leaving in 2013. And also during that time, I was the personal clerk for Senior Chaplain Jim Rentz, Brad DeLauder, and Chaplain Robert Tony. I have since being here at the barracks, electrical level 1 and 2 NCCER certification from Baton Rouge Community College.
Now, you're currently, your assignment now is where? Are you at the governor's mansion or where are you at now?
Yes, sir. I'm general maintenance at the governor's mansion
How long have you been at the governor's mansion?
since February.
And prior to that, you were at barracks in Zachary?
Yes, sir. I worked for the facility director here, Mr. Perry, for 7.5 years as a clerk / maintenance. And prior to that, I was 2 years at Fleet Services in the garage as a clerk.
Tell me a little bit about what was going on with you in August of 1998. Let's talk a little bit about what happened. Tell me who you were back then.
I was an alcoholic. I was in a pretty dark place, angry, bitter, frustrated.
How did this crime occur? Tell me what led up to it and what did you do? Tell me what happened.
Yes, sir. Well, I can preface it a little bit. Me and my wife had been divorced, and then we had lived together, and then we didn't live together, and then we lived together again. And at the present time, we weren't living together, but we were still seeing each other. So I'd gotten off work early. That I'd worked the night shift and gotten off, and she worked at a little neighborhood bar. She was working days, so I stopped by there to talk to her. And we were probably there an hour and a half before anybody ever came in. We started drinking, shooting pool, and listening to the jukebox. Things got busy, and we talked about going out when she got off work. And I hung around until she got off, and we continued drinking. I did the rest of the day until, I'm thinking, maybe 5 or 6 o'clock when we left. And we left, and intentions were to go to another little neighborhood bar where we had hung out before we ever got married. And we got into an argument about some things in the past and the sayings in the present. And that's when I took the life of my children's mother.
Now you have 2 children with her,
Yes, sir.
and who are your children?
Gregory and Roxy.
They're supportive. They're here today to speak on your behalf.
Yes, sir.
Relationship with them. You maintained a relationship with them.
Yes, sir. It's, what I did tore our family apart. By the grace of God and a lot of prayer, family has come back together. My children, since I've been incarcerated, have supported me and forgiven me, and not only forgiven me, but they have loved me and embraced me this whole time. They've always come to see me.
Mr. Mackens, you talked a little bit about your faith-based programs and what you've done in the faith-based community. Talk to me a little bit about what, if anything, you've done about substance abuse, about your alcoholism. Tell me what you've worked on in that regard and how you hope to maintain your sobriety when you get out.
I've been attending AA classes for a while. I've got that's my 25-year sobriety that I just got in August. I've already got an AA sponsor, which I spoke to last night in Monroe. If I'm granted parole, his name is David M. And the little house that my children have for me, a little 2-bedroom house, it's like 10 minutes from Pine Street, 1900 Pine Street, which is, I was talking to Mr. David last night, and I asked him if he was familiar with 1900 Pine Street, where the AA meeting is. And he said he just happens to be driving up there right now. So he was going to a meeting when I was talking to him last night. But there's one thing, this is what I think, as far as AA or any other program, you do a 30-day program or a 12-week program, until you take what you've learned from that program, you have to embrace it as a lifestyle. It's not a program that you're going to complete. It has to be a lifestyle for the rest of your life.
So what I'm hearing from you is that you'll probably go to AA meetings for the rest of your life.
Yes, sir.
Lieutenant, what can you tell us about Mr. Mackens that
Well, I just realized today when I was looking through his file that he's been here for 10 years. It doesn't seem like that long. He's been great. Absolutely no problem. Very quiet, always looking forward to helping somebody. He does, aside from him working at the governor's mansion, he's also taking care of our TV and our cable program. He's very talented in electrical work, and he doesn't ever stop. When I'm 69 years old, I hope I can work half as much as he does. So he's going to be tough for us to lose, but we're ready to lose.
Mr. Mackens, your children, as I said, the children of the victim in this case, as well as your children, support your move. Mr. Kerry Myers is here speaking on your behalf as well. You are a low risk. You do have law enforcement opposition. You get that a lot. There's nothing you can do about that. Mr. Chairman, that's all the questions I have.
All right, Kerry, would like to make a statement?
Yes, good morning. Kerry Myers, Louisiana Parole Project. I think Mr. Mackens expressed himself very well about how he's addressed the issue that brought him to prison. I want to tell you that he's since his pardon hearing, his clemency hearing, he's not taking it for granted. He's continued to work. He continues in AA. He's now a certified 100 hours tutor. He's a Celebrate Recovery facilitator. He continues to work. He's as Lieutenant Burns said, he's self-taught himself satellite TV and electronics and maintains the systems there at the barracks. His Parole Project is here to support him through his transition. He has an extremely strong long-term plan, and without taking up any more time for the board, just ask this board to grant his parole today.
All right, thank you. All right, we'll hear from Mr. Gregory or Roxy. Y'all can both go up here together or one at a time, whatever y'all want to do.
Can I say it?
Yes.
Yeah, look at that.
Well, I'll introduce myself. I'm Greg's youngest son. It's a pretty uncomfortable conversation. I was hoping I would come up here and kind of get upset and get kind of flustered. There are a lot of people watching, back home and my dad there, but we've been in support the whole time. we talked a little bit outside in the lobby there that I hope this is the last conversation I have to have with strangers about this. Sorry.
Go ahead.
It's kind of an emotional thing to talk about.
Sure.
With our family. I think that, I mean, you can hear everybody's opinion of him, what he's done. The better himself. I didn't really want to write anything and kind of have this formal statement. You know, I submitted a statement to the, what is that, the board of parole? And, you know, I want to thank y'all for giving us a chance to come here and talk today. And I should start with that. But other than I've forgiven him. And some people would look at that and not agree with it, but that's their decision. I'm gonna take up too many people, you know, the time. I know you're not a lot of stuff going on. I'm in full support of my dad being gone. He's done everything he could do while in prison, incarcerated, to better himself. He's been there for me and my sister. As much as he could, right? Much as he could. So surely you guys see a lot of people come across here that aren't in this situation, that don't have the support, haven't done the things that he's done, doesn't have the plan when he gets out. So I'd really like y'all to take that into consideration, that we're here to support. He's gonna have a good support system when he gets out, as far as stable residency, you know, job, and support from my sister and I. I had some bullet points up here to talk about, but I mean, really, that's what it is. You know, and this is an uncomfortable situation to talk about. Like I said, in a room full of strangers, I hope it's the last time I have. You know, I'm here on my family's part. We're in full support. Thank you guys for the time.
Right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for
y'all.
coming. Thank you for your comment.
I too have a little trouble emotionally navigating this conversation. The most honest statement that I can make, I can make it, is that when I count my blessings, I count my dad. Since I was a little girl, he made the process of reconciliation gentle, because he was understanding and acknowledged the pain that he caused us. And his remorse has allowed me to forgive him. And you can always choose to forgive and forget, but to forgive and remember is tough. It has been for us. And we have seen him in his guilt and his shame and regret and his sadness. And I'm just really proud of him. I'm proud of who my dad is. I trust his counsel. When things happen in my life, he's the first person that I want to call. And, you know, it would just be nice to sit down for dinner or watch a football game together. And, you know, a cup of coffee. Those are just things that we don't really get to do together. So I'm sorry for crying all over the place, and thank you guys for listening.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your comments. Thank y'all for being here. All right, Mackens, would you like to make a statement on your behalf?
Yes, sir, I would like to state what we already know. I took the life of my children's mother, And I'm very sorry for it and the pain and the suffering that I've caused them all these years, and especially the days leading up to this hearing. And today I knew it was going to be difficult for them, and it's breaking my heart. I'm sorry for the pain and the suffering and the heartache that I've caused other members of Donna's family. That was her name. Their mother's name is Donna. And I'm also thankful to the family members that helped raise my children all these years. There's no way I can ever repay them, but they were family members that helped. My son could have been in prison, and my daughter could have been a drug addict, but by the grace of God and a lot of prayer and a lot of help from family, they're fine, young, upstanding men and women. I'd also like to apologize to the people of Louisiana for the financial burden that my incarceration is brought upon the state. And I want to thank y'all for taking the time to consider giving me a second chance. And if that's what you choose, I promise I'll give you my word. I will not let you down.
All right, thank you. Thank you for your comment. Now, prepare to vote, Mr. Marabella.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Mackens, your record speaks for itself. You have been, as is rarely mentioned, a model prisoner. You've been in trusted positions for the last 10 plus years. You have taken some excellent courses. You've given back to the community, prison community. You have maintained a relationship with two wonderful children who are here today to show the courage and love that they have for both you and their mother. I can't imagine how difficult it must be for them to be here today. But they're here with love, and they're here with support for you. And that speaks a lot for you as well, to have been able to maintain that relationship over these years. You have a low risk. You're in a trusted position. You have an excellent transition plan. Your children are here to support you. You are aware of your alcoholism, and you have a great plan for sobriety. My vote today would be to grant your parole with the following conditions: is that you attend 3 AA meetings per week and continue forward. Good luck to you.
Ms. Wise.
Mr. Gregory, it is a beautiful story of redemption. We don't get to see this very often, and I am just honored that I had a chance to see it today. I'm just honored. I do want to mention for the record that you got a letter of recommendation from the staff member at the governor's mansion. We don't see that very often. Alluded to all the positive things that's already been said. So my vote is to grant, and I concur with the special conditions set forward by Mr. Marabella. Best wishes to you, sir.
Right, you have 2 votes to grant your parole. Also, I'm going to vote to grant your parole today. Again, we want to thank you guys. This is just not the norm for us to see. I know this has been difficult on y'all. We appreciate it. But just for the work you've done, you're being granted today for the things that you've done, that you've achieved this opportunity and done a great job. So I vote to grant with the same special conditions. You'll have NAA 3 times a week, but I want you to do community service 6 hours a month. You give back to the community, speak to people, tell your story. You have an opportunity there. So you have community service 6 hours a month, NAA 3 times a week. Your parole's been granted. Yes, sir.
I failed to mention that my son-in-law, his family owns the boys' home in Monroe. His dad established it years ago. And with my DOC certification, the little house I'm living in is right across the street from the boys' home. And I plan to do some social mentoring over there at least a couple of times a week.
Well, there you go. You can get your hours right there. Sounds great. We appreciate it. Well, 3 votes to grant, your parole's been granted. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, y'all talking about the Johnny Robinson house?